Guy walks into Home Depot and he says, I need a drill. And instead of finding out what does he need the drill for, the salesperson comes out and he goes, check out this one. This is a Cobalt brand from Lowe's, and this one has this many RPMs, and this has got the best warranty. The price is great, blah, 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 blah. And they give you all the details. And if you don't like that one here, we got this other product. This one's Milwaukee. This one is the lightest weight, blah, blah, blah. And the guy's looking at all these different drills and they're still confused because all you did was describe the drill instead of what do we need? Well, I need to drill a hole. What kind of hole? I need to drill a big hole like that big. I want to put a lock cylinder in. I got to drill through treated wood, or I got to drill through concrete, or I got to drill through tile. Now I'm going to give you the product that's going to help you for your desired goal. That's what people want. They want to know, how do I get the hole made, not all the different types of drills. And in the same process, just think about the guy is only interested in making this hole. And you're like, you want to buy the drill from me because I've been selling drills for 50 years and nobody sells drills better than me. I got the best prices and got the most inventory on drills. And the guy doesn't care. He just wants to make a hole. Give me the product. Because once you can describe how the product is going to get you your end result, the price really doesn't matter anymore. So when you can describe to your buyer client what an amazing job you're going to do to find them exactly the tailored house that they need, at that point, when you say, oh, by the way, I get 3% to do this, whether I get it from you or I can negotiate the seller to pay it, I'm worth 3% because I'm going to get you the goal you want. Now it's just a matter of, can I afford to work with this person? And do I want to work with this person based on the way we clicked? But the end result is all they want. If you're going to convince a buyer that I'm going to get you the most painless transaction, I'm going to find you a house, I'm going to make sure that you win the bid because there's a lot of competition out there. We're going to find homes. We're going to get you the winning bid. I promise. That's what I'm going to do for you. And that's what they want. Then it's like, okay, how much is it going to cost for me to get this? Okay, I get 2%, 3%, 2.5%, whatever it is. Now it's like, I don't even know if I have 2.5% to pay you with my down payment money. That's not a problem. I'm going to get the seller somehow. I'm going to make the seller pay for this. We're going to work it into our offer and we're going to get the seller to pay it. There should not be an ounce of fear in a real estate agent right now going, oh my God, what am I going to do? We're going to focus on getting listings. If you take a listing, you have absolutely zero concerns about any of this transaction other than just make sure that the paperwork is filled out correctly. Get those buyers, get them educated, help them understand that you're going to get them the end result that they want, and then there's no fear. They're not going to question it. I'm going to give you one more on top of that. We always did this years ago before internet. We had something called CITO, CITO, come into office. Anyone here that has met their client in the office before they took them out shopping, you're concerned about getting papers signed, meet them in the office, meet them in the conference room, say, come on down. You got to come to the office, got to fill some paperwork out. I got to introduce myself. We're going to look at some homes rather than do it and just send them stuff that they can go anywhere else. Come into the office. Somebody comes into the office, they're halfway committed to you already.
Yes.
They are. They're halfway committed. The minute they come in the office, and then they come in here and they go, oh my God, this is a real estate company. Let's come in here. You give them the piece of paper in front of them. They fill out all the paperwork. And we're going to also tell them, I'm going to do everything I can. Don't worry about the paperwork that it says that you're going to pay me 3%. I'm going to get it from the seller one way or the other. Right? And if I can't, I'm not charging you. Because that should be your job. You should be able to negotiate that. And Ricardo, go ahead. I know you got very successful getting
I
the
just
things.
have a phone call with my new client. Like she's offering 2%.
Uh-huh.
and she said to me, I would like to work with you, and I love the way you present yourself and
Okay, good.
the house that you show me. But I'm thinking, I'm not sure if I need to sign the document yet, the buyer representation. So I just told her, I explained her, so we can sign the document because that's the way that's the way I'm gonna be sure to get paid. But I'm gonna explain you. Sometimes the seller pay the commission. So in that case, you don't have to pay the commission.
Yeah.
So and then she said, "Oh, really? I didn't know that." I say, "Yes, I forgot to explain you that last time." So
She was happy to work with you. She was just reluctant to sign the document because she was concerned that she might have to pay you. But once you
yes,
can clarify that and make people feel comfortable in saying, you know what, I'm going to do everything I can, it's going to be in my offer that the offer is going to say that the seller is going to pay that money. So this way you don't have to pay me. And that'll push them over either way. Julia had a client come in last week. Guy came in. She said, Christian and I are going to find you an awesome house. Came in with his wife. We're going to find you a great house. You got to sign this piece of paper. And by the way, we get 3%. And they were like, okay. And they just signed it. They were in there, they were committed, and they signed the paper. Natalie's got a client that she's got an $800,000 budget. And she said, by the way, got to sign this piece of paper. And FYI, if the seller doesn't offer a commission, you have to pay me 2.5%. And she said, okay, never questioned it. So I just want everybody to feel, before we get into anything else, I want you to feel 100% comfortable that this is not any issue at all, because now that's just like agency and fair housing. It's got to be done right off the get go. It is the easiest thing to do in this world to shine because most people do everything half assed. So if you just complete the transaction or follow through with anything. If somebody said, I'd like you to let me know about how much my house is worth, or could you find out 3 houses down what that house is going for, or who the owner is? I think I know them, blah, 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 whatever it is. Great. Follow through. By your following through, already puts you in the 1% bracket because most agents don't follow through with anything. They drop leads. They don't call people back. They don't follow up. They close a transaction, and 3 years later, they go, Bob sold his house with somebody else. The nerve of Bob. Well, did you call Bob in 3 years?
no,
I did speak to him. I told him Merry Christmas 2 years ago. Okay, well, not Bob's fault. That's your fault. Go out there and get some clients. Do something. It's my motto for this office. You can send out cards. You can call people. You can text people. You can email people. You can knock on some doors. You can call for sale by owners. Do something. Do something. Whatever it is you want to do, whatever it is, write postcards, write out handwritten notes, whatever it is, just do something. Don't do nothing, because then you look back and you go, man, a whole nother week went by and I did nothing this week. Why is so and so? That's just not fair. You want to talk about equity? Let's wrap up with one more term that we have in our culture today: equity. Well, not everybody has the same. Yes, they do. Everybody's got the same opportunities, period. There is not a single person in this office of all the agents we have. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what language you are, nationality, where you were born. I don't care what you speak. I don't care your financial status. Doesn't matter who you are. Everyone here can pick up a phone because there's not a single person without a cell phone. Everyone can pick up a phone and call people you know and say, do you know anybody at all that's looking to buy or sell real estate? So if you don't make those phone calls, it's not because it's unfair and life sucks and bullshit. It's not because of that. It's because you didn't take the opportunity that everybody else had in front of them and you didn't run with it. And when somebody does, other people go, who does that person think they are that they're doing so well when it's not fair? I'm not getting any leads. Nothing's happening for me. Real estate sucks. The market sucks. The economy's bad. The president's no good. The old president was no good. The new president's going to be worse. The economy's bad. New York sucks. Huckle's terrible. COVID. Oh, I said it. The pandemic ruined everything. Say whatever you want. Vicky was here during the pandemic. Did we kill it that year, Vic? We killed it. Jenny, were you here during the pandemic? No, you weren't.
No,
You didn't
no.
start till after. Yeah, we killed it. We had a great year. Everybody else locked in homes. Everything's so terrible. There's real estate agents going, oh, I can't work. There's no everything. It's like, how come you don't come to the office? How come you're not doing any real estate? Oh, there's a pandemic going on. Really? Tell that to a dozen agents in the office who making 50, 60 grand just that summer. Tell it to them how terrible the economy is.
Joe,
Anyway,
I think that when you said something about when you start running out of money, that's when you start putting pressure on yourself. I think that that's true.
that's
Like,
100% true. 100% true. That little click thermostat in your head says, oh, I only have one more month's worth of money left. I got to do something. And most people default to going to get a job. Instead of setting that thermostat, let's say set it for 3 months. It's like, oh shit, I only got 3 months worth of money. I could close the deal in 3 months. I could do a handful of rentals and pay all my bills. Just like that. You do rentals and pay all your bills off instead of, oh, let me go get a job in Home Depot and I'll stock shelves at night for $18 an hour. You can't leave. You gotta just be there, get dirty, devaluing yourself instead of saying, let me just step on the gas and I can make something happen tomorrow. And you will. Most people will. Most people know that I'm almost out of money. Oh crap. And they always figure a way out. They just do.
Yeah.
Not too
me.
many people, not too many people just go, oh my God, I can't pay the rent. I have only one more month's rent money left over. And they just sit and watch TV for their every night and just go, oh, you're kicking me out? Oh, okay. Most people don't do that. Most people go, oh crap, I got 1 month left. At the very least, they're going to call their friends and go, could you lend me some money? I'm going to be homeless. They all of a sudden resources come out of you and you know what to do. It's when there's no pressure. So what you have to do is you got to learn to condition yourself to always be under some sort of pressure so that you'll do it. You got to set yourself up for that.